Okay, so we're talking about the album cover.
Faith is Alive
album cover. It has come a long way. Malik and I guess when we heard about the album, what was that?
January, February.
Oh yeah, it was that long ago. But during the summer, we were like kind of coming up with inspiration, and I was like, I heard Who Is Like the Lord, and it had like an 80s vibe or some
like retro
kind of. And so I was like, okay, maybe we could go with like an 80s type cover and like all this different things. So Malik came up with some concepts.
And then I messed it up more and threw some other genres and other sounds.
Yeah.
And I was like, where are we going with this?
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, there was supposed to be a marching band. So we were we were about to do for like
go ahead.
We were about to do like a homecoming thing because we thought that it was going to be a marching band in it, and everything was about to be like. I'm glad we didn't do that because it was about to be like Beyonce.
Straight up. Coachella.
Straight up.
Beige or whatever.
Straight up. But anyway. So
the Lord redirected.
Yeah, and then maybe a couple months ago we had a meeting, and I was like, "Look, I have no idea what we're doing for this album."
No. At the meeting, then it went from 80s to 90s, and we were looking up everything. Kurt Cobain, right. Wayne's World.
Yeah.
What captured? Okay, it's 90s.
Right. Well, I'm saying what led us to that is that I was like, I have no idea what we're doing. Let me backtrack. I don't create the graphic. It's all Malik. So basically, I told Malik my idea, and he did it exactly more than what I thought, and gave me options and like.
Shout out to Malik.
Yeah, shout out to Malik behind the camera. If you want to come around,
you want to come say
hi. So during that meeting, we moved to 90s, and then you had come up with like some inspiration, and you sent me some album, or we looked at some album covers that we liked, and then basically looked just like that.
Basically, take out their pictures and put our picture on top of their graphic.
Right, basically. And so I was like, okay, we can't do this. But all like together we were like, okay, what did this album come from? And like, how can we represent that in the album cover? So one of the biggest things was the couple of words that Pastor Tim had gotten my dad got about Awak Worship. And so one word that he got in the beginning of the year and you saw that in the first making of Faith is Alive, and then also another word that he got like way long ago, maybe like in the 80s, when a pastor told him that the Lord was going to be involved in music. So those were like verbal words. It's like, okay, how can I represent this in, I guess, an album cover? So I called my dad. I was like, do you have a picture of you and that pastor that I don't think you know this. I was like, do you have a... I was like,
that was going to be our album cover?
Yes. I was like, do you have a picture?
I gave you the prophecy.
I was like, do you have a picture of that old church? He was like, what? No. Like, what are you talking about? And then I remembered what my dad used to do like a long time ago before he got an iPad. He would handwrite his words that he got. I mean... And like just seeing that handwriting was so powerful to me. One day I came across, I was like kind of snooping in his stuff, and I came across like a word that he had written like the day before my birthday, and I was like, I took a picture of it. Anyway, that's getting off topic. But handwritten words, I think, I don't know, there's just something about them that's special. So I was like, okay, this is what we can do. We can handwrite the word that, like a compilation of the words that my dad got about Awak Worship. So then the search for who was gonna handwrite the word was tough. It was gonna be you first, and then I was like, it was too pretty.
Bubble letters.
Yeah, it was too pretty. Basically hearts on the eye, like it was just too pretty. And then my Uncle Art and Aunt Desi heard
my father-in-law.
Yes.
And that was an ordeal in and of itself because he couldn't understand why they have certain fonts.
Yeah,
and we do know that they have other fonts, but we want it to be unique because it's handwritten. There's something more sentimental, and value for actually writing it out. So we finally got him to write it out.
Yep.
Him and wrote it out.
Yeah. Hers was also too pretty, so
it looked very feminine.
I was like, okay, have him write he had made it to the final round.
He did.
For him versus my dad, who I think we should have just gone with my
From the
dad
jump.
anyway, because he said it and I love his handwriting. So basically, the album cover is his handwriting in the background with the Faith is Alive font being like that Nirvana 90s like
We still brought the 90s
we
in
still
there.
brought the scooped it back around.
Scooped it back around.
So yeah, that's basically the story of the album cover. And
I think the confirmation though is when you
What?
told me about that idea, you know, us being super Fred Hammond fans.
oh yes,
It brought me back to Pages of Life, which has kind of like that, like natural cursive kind of whatever writing, and it just, I don't know, it just draws you in and it feels intimate, like you want to hold it, and that's what we want. We want people to feel like you put a lot of work in just to the merch and just like the tangible kind of feeling that people will get aesthetically once they get the package of Faith is Alive in totality. I think it'll be like a lot of